Greetings, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Welcome back to my Valheim series. Today we've got quite a bit of exploring to do, but it is actually a fairly quick episode, about 20 minutes or so. We join the action. We've just come through the portal to Yag, except we're not having anything to do with Yag this session. The reason why we are here is in the previous episodes we uncovered the location of the Queen, which is the next boss that we will be facing. I don't know that particularly we're in a good position to be doing the Queen just yet, but it was a bit of a interesting weekend, and I honestly was a bit sick of farming, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to get out there and do a bit of exploring. So I grabbed some materials for another boat, and I've come through the Yag portal. We're going to drop our boat here because this is the closest point that we've discovered to where the Queen's location is, which is, I guess you could say, in the far northwest of the map. We've dropped our boat and we're now going to set sail. So I would suggest you strap in, make sure you've got your freshly packed nautical legs, and get ready for a little bit of a sea journey. I am happy to report that for most of this journey we actually ended up with a pretty decent wind, so quite happy about that. The navigation to get us up to where the Queen is, I was sort of on the fence about whether we needed to go more north before we turned west. But then I noticed there was this channel heading sort of vaguely in the direction that we needed to go in, so I thought I'd chance that and see where we end up. Well, I did say I had good wind for most of the trip. Apparently, just not this particular bit, but it's all good. Gives us a chance to take in the very picturesque surroundings that we have, and you're going to start to notice that there is a mountain just ahead of us to the right. I've got to say, this is the most vertical mountain I think I've ever seen in Valheim. Leave me a comment down below if you reckon you've seen one that's more vertical than this. Now, just in case it wasn't immediately obvious, that is the mountain I was talking about. And I think on principle, I am going to have to go and explore it at some point. Because that is just wow. Okay, that is just really, really steep and really, really tall. So if I do end up exploring it at some stage, I will make sure I record it, and I'll probably see what sort of outrageous thing that I can do at the top of it. Oh, the footage isn't sped up anymore. Wonder what that could mean. Can't see anything. Oh wait, there he is. Couldn't have a boat journey without Mr. Serpent popping up and going, "Hey, I might be a different flavour. Do you want to kill me and take my meat and find out?" And I'm like, well, yeah, I'll kill you, but I'm in a bit of a mood to just get my exploration out of the way. So sadly, we're just going to let that serpent meat sit there. Because, yeah, I've got more important things to do than turn around and pick up your bits and pieces. Now, I'm getting a distinct sense at this stage that I do need to be heading more around to the north and potentially even a bit to the east. Unfortunately, there's been an awful lot of mistlands in a way, and this is night time, and I gotta say, cruising through here with the mist and the night, yeah, it was a trip to keep several spare pairs of brown safety pants on standby. I'll let you decide whether or not we actually needed any of them. And welcome to hell. No. Yeah, the mist, the area of, sorry, the wisp uncovers, the mist in your immediate vicinity. Problem is, the boat is bigger than your immediate vicinity. So, if you're going through thick mist like this, you are going to find that the mini-map is almost as useful as what you can see. And given that you can't really see very much, it is a bit of blind luck that you can actually achieve anything through this amount of mist. And the whole time, I am absolutely praying that something like a Jarl doesn't come along and completely ruin my day. Okay, I want you to list down below at least 3 or 4 things that I've already done wrong. No hints, no tips. You've been watching these videos for a while now. You should know at least 3 things I can think of immediately that I've done wrong. Comment down below. Okay, how are you going with those answers? Did any of them include the prospect that this Jarl was actually a 2-star? And honestly, I got out of this very, very lightly. Pro tip, whatever you've commented, yeah, don't do that at home. Now, in response to one of the things that I blatantly, obviously should have done, which was to get a workbench down and my portal down, I clearly didn't, and you're about to find out why I didn't. Because the ward, as you can see, the bench is red everywhere. But the one place I find to put my my bench, the ward blocks me because the ward actually covers a very large area around those towers. And it's not just something to try and protect the tower from damage, it's also there to stop you building anywhere near the tower. So I've had to go out to here to drop a workbench so that I can now get my portal down. Except, yeah, I'm repeating sins of the past. Yeah, it's not the 2-star Jarl. The 2-star Jarl, for some reason, de-aggroed and then despawned as soon as the day came round, which a lot of 2-star mobs do tend to do. So the Jarl we have now is just a vanilla variety, and against these guys, you know, it doesn't take a lot of effort to kill him. I'm was, you know, kind of hoping he would break the little chest there that's got the Diverger extractor in it, but unfortunately he just wasn't that interested in bombing the hell out of the bit of the tower that I actually wanted him to bomb the hell out of. As you can see, he bombed the hell out of quite a lot of the tower, but he successfully missed the bit that I really, really, really wanted him to destroy. Oh well, better luck next time. And one eternity later, we're looking at an amusing pile of Diverger at the top of a broken staircase, and we still do not have a portal. And many would argue I'm now one step further away from having a portal. What is going through my head right now? Well, I'm not entirely convinced that this piece of land is necessarily attached to where the Queen is. Simply because I can see a bit of water on the edge of the mini-map in that direction. So, yes, I probably should still go ahead with putting a portal down. However, I also would like to, I don't know, get closer to the Queen and somehow have the portal set up in the first instance next to the Queen, which is not a great idea because there's usually quite a lot of critters in and around where the Queen is. So overwhelmingly, I would definitely recommend having a portal further away. Make sure you safely clear out all of the critters, and then if you want to, move your portal a bit closer. So what I'm doing here is, it looks to me from the minimap that there is a channel that can potentially get me a little bit closer to the Queen, and that is what I'm endeavouring to do now. Except all the rock formations and everything, it's quite confusing as to whether that bit goes through or not. In retrospect, I think it actually does go through, but it's quite a narrow gap, and I didn't fancy getting the boat through there. So instead, I found this little sort of alcovey bay thing, and I'm just going to park the boat here because there's more flat surface that we can set up our portal on. How's that line go? Like a glove. And here we are parked with a very convenient stone here that we can slap our workbench and portal on. So we're going to get that one set up now, and this will at least give us a little launching point to do further explorations and hopefully get to where the Queen is. Alright, we're going to see what we can do about getting some better gear going. Now, I've only got 5 black cores, so we're going to destroy this little fella. I'm just making sure it's empty. And checking my chest here, I do have a little bit of refined ida ready to go. So we're going to destroy our refinery so that we can use those cores to put down the Black Forge. The Black Forge is going to allow us to A, see all the new recipes, and B, see what we can make. As you can see, there is quite an impressive list of new recipes that we can make. For the moment, I'm going to focus, like I have done with previous biomes, on improving my damage dealing first. So the goal here now, we're going to make ourselves the Mark III door knocker and the arbalist, which is basically a fancy word for crossbow. The door knocker Mark III, as you're about to see, is a massive damage upgrade over the door knocker Mark II. And the arbalist, for a one-shot surprise weapon, yeah, it is. I'll show you some damage numbers in future episodes. It is scary how much damage you can do with that. Now, the arbalist uses bolts, not arrows, but the materials are more or less the same. I've made a bunch of carapace bolts there to go with the arbalist, so that we can do our best possible damage when it comes time to start picking some fights with it. Regrettably, we now retire our Doorknocker Mark II. Oh, it has served us extremely well, and so will the Doorknocker Mark III. Alright, that brings us to the end of the episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you want to see more, make sure you've subscribed and you've hit the notification bell. In the meantime, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Have yourself a fantastic day.